Well, hello there, guys. Agrippa Maxeni's here coming at you with another Graviteam Tactics battle. I want to thank the nice folks over at Graviteam Tactics for providing me with this DLC, and we're actually going to be taking a look at the Tielieketi incident, I believe is the name here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in here. Now, if you guys know, this actually was a mod that existed, or a DLC that existed for the original Graviteam Tactics, but now they brought it to Mius Front. Both look interesting. We could play as the Chinese or as the Soviets. I think we're going to play as the Chinese here in the military sub-district. And again, I don't expect these to be very large battles. As you can see, the Politkommissar of the Taiching military sub-district reported to the commander-in-chief of the district that the presence of Soviet troops was revealed in close proximity to our BOP. So we need to go ahead. He didn't send an answer, so it's really up to the soldiers what happens here. And you can see that in this particular DLC, this is a border conflict. It's not full-out war, so it's going to take a while for it to get to that point. But what we're going to try to do, guys, is go ahead and get it going. So here we go. I really want to get an interesting battle, and it looks like, sure enough, the Soviets are already moving over in this area. So I'm going to move these guys here. We've taken that key point, and hopefully if we can get that commander here too, then we'll have several units defending this area until we get into a fight, of course. Here we go. Okay, they're not attacking, but I think I might attack them. Or maybe we just wait. That being said, though, yeah, I think we're going to at least have to attack back here and take a look at the situation. It looks like some of them got behind, and if they're behind our borders, we've got to deal with them. Well, guys, let's jump in and see what happens. All right, guys, so as you can see, in this particular DLC, much like the original one in Graviteam Tactics, we don't get a lot of men here. Again, like I said, this is a border dispute. So, you know, we're not going to get like a massive battle, but believe me that these firefights can go pretty damn quickly. I'm immediately going to select these men, and I'm going to send them over here to the mount with an attack move. They've also done an update here, and I really like this. I should do a separate video on this, but as you can see now, we actually get a 1. So we get a number of our first move. We can make a second move, etc. And this is the recent update for Graviteam Tactics. Really enjoying it, and you got to give these guys credit when they do the right thing. So here we go. Head out, boys, and best of luck to you. People's Liberation Army. Look at that. Please tell me they're not wearing baseball caps. Please, please, please. Although I would be surprised. And they are speaking Chinese. I'm not sure if it's what dialect it is, but pretty awesome stuff. So yeah, looks like they've got Mao's signature hat, and they are heading to look for some Soviets behind our border. Wish us luck, boys. Okay, guys, so incredibly, our first enemy contact happened far from where our guys were actually moving. Excuse me. And we ended up engaging the enemy right here. They've got some armored vehicles, of course. We've got some nice machine guns. Let's take a look here. Just want to get a view of this infantry unit, some AKs, and it looks like we're definitely opening up on these Soviets attacking, man. This is intense. I'm loving the intensity of the combat here. I was really hoping they would bring more modern wars and battles to Mius Front, and they've done it, and this is great. So, as you can see, most of our boys are over there on the other side of the hill. They've already taken all those locations, but it looks like the Russians did a little ambush here, and our boys are doing our best to hold them back. Taking some pretty heavy fire, of course, from these guys. But let's hope that we can eke out a victory here. And there are a lot of them, man. I didn't expect them to have so many infantry units here. I'm not sure if we actually managed to do any damage to their APCs. We'll find out soon. But those APCs look pretty deadly. And I'm actually starting to think maybe we could bring some of these guys back. So I'm going to take Yang, and I'm actually going to move him up here with a fast move, quick move. And I'll take the rest of the guys here and quick move them here to the hill. I think this area is very important. And thankfully, we have some units capable of holding out for a bit. Beautiful trenches. Keep it up, boys. For China. As you guys know, many of you might be wondering why are two communist countries attacking each other. So Mao's agrarian communism was very different from, well, not very different, but different in many aspects to Marxist-Leninism, and they did not get along. They just didn't. So this is very common, just border conflicts, basically. And in this case, I can say with certainty, they are behind our border. Without a doubt here. This is our land. Might have Russian names, but it's Chinese land. Keep it up, boys. These guys are fighting an amazing fight. I can't believe they're still alive. There we go. One of them got taken out finally. You can't really fight those APCs, man. Unless we have some sort of, you know, RPG, something like that. All we can do is try to hold out and at least get rid of that infantry, that supporting infantry. Good shooting, boys. Surrender while you still can. I hope those guys coming across the mountain are going to be able to help us here, because we are getting wasted. Look at that. I mean, I'm amazed these guys have a really nice foxhole set up here. They're doing great against the Russians. Obviously not doing much against the APCs, but you could see the Russian soldiers that have been already downed. And they're pretty terrified of us. But, of course, these APCs are going to make life very tough for us. Okay, our guys are getting to the top of the hill, guys. They're going to start firing pretty damn soon. Go, boys. I'd like them to get a little bit closer, but this is okay. No, they got to get a bit closer. It's fast moving. You can see the massive amount of firepower the enemy's putting down on our men. Can't have that. So Yang's in a good position. And as you can see from up here, nice! Getting down there with the machine gun. And this might actually be a Russian machine gun. It might be an AKM that we're using against the Russian. Using their own weapons against them, man. That's beautiful. He's firing away. Nice. Keep it up. I'm not sure if they can pin the armored car, but I like seeing rounds go to it anyway. And all those infantry around it are in big trouble. Nice! Wow. That looked like a pretty nasty hit. I'm glad we moved these guys up. Here we go, guys. Opening fire on that APC. Just taking out one of these would make me pretty damn happy. And this one's been hit so many times, but it's pretty damn well. It's pretty well protected. Unless we hit it with an RPG, maybe an anti-tank rifle, I don't think it's going to go down. But we're going to hold our position. This is our land. This is China. One of our commanders was killed, no doubt. One of the guys in the trench. Yeah, I'm spotting a Soviet officer over here. Not too concerned. Let's just move back and see what other places we actually have to take. And that's going to be Beziminaya. And again, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do much to it with these APCs. For now, we're just going to keep targeting these guys. Sometimes in this game, and I know veterans of the game will know what I'm talking about, if you hit a vehicle enough times, even if you don't hit it with lethal rounds, the crew will become so panicked that they will evacuate. So that could also happen. Not understanding why these guys are getting basically a message that they are an AT team, because as far as I can see, there's no AT gun here. Ooh, nasty. Trying to get up close, see if there's any anti-tank rifles. And this is definitely one of those conflicts where running away is not a bad idea. You know, since it's a border war, we're going to be trading sides so many times. Like, we're going to be behind their lines, they're going to be behind our lines. It's going to happen a lot. So I'm not exactly thinking it's a bad idea to retreat. And in fact, we could probably save a lot of infantry. We might do that. I think we've done what we can. But then again, we still got these guys over here. And we could try and take Skalitskaya. So let's go for it, man. We probably shouldn't, but we're going for it. Or we could bring these guys back and try to take on the enemy. You know what? Maybe that's not such a bad idea. And wait for the victory points next turn. Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. It's amazing that they're still holding out. They refuse to give up even a little tiny bit of Chinese territory. Okay, he's got an RPG. You see that? He's got an RPG for sure. We've got to get closer, man. Or they've got to get closer. You can see here, look at all of the Russians guys we killed. Looks like an officer right there down. And they do have the updated officer uniforms. It no longer has the NKVD look to it. He's got green hats now. I really like that they've changed this. AK, I mean, we've done a number on their troops. So I'm hoping that we'll win in terms of casualties here. But maybe not. There's also more enemy troops over there, more infantry. And if that's all we can kill, that's what we should be focusing on. So let me turn our focus. Nice! They're already looking at it. Beautiful. Look at these guys, man. They don't let anything escape them. And they're using that APC to try and block the infantry. Really smart. But is it going to work? We'll wait and see. Sashu. Kill him. Kill. Alright, they're getting mighty close. If we're going to use that RPG, this would be the time to use it. Or pretty soon, at least. I'm a little tempted, knowing my aggressive nature in this game. I'm sure you guys aren't surprised. I'm a little tempted to charge. There's a tiny chance we could get an anti-tank grenade into that thing, and he's actually firing at another location. But I don't know if I'm that confident. Yeah, and I don't even know if this unit has that kind of weaponry, because this is a spotter unit. So I don't think they would have anti-tank weapons at all. We'll keep them here. Just a little ambush unit. Keep it up, boys. Yeah, the fight down this hill is also pretty brutal. Keep it up. Luckily, we have the cover here of this hill to avoid getting killed. And we're still firing massive amounts of rounds over here at where we suspect the enemy infantry to be. So for them to make it across this area is nearly impossible. Look at that. Commissar firing at us. He's not a commissar. He's a officer. The commissars are finished, but still, Soviet officer nonetheless, pretty brutal. Nice, get him, boys. That sounded deadly. Okay, I am aiming only at this APC. And again, my hope here is that somebody will pull an RPG out and blow this thing into Kingdom Come. Looks like over here is where we might have a specific RPG team. Oh, machine gun team. Look at that. I like it. And actually, the terrain here, believe it or not, kind of reminds me of Tank Warfare Tunisia a bit. Just very, very hilly terrain. Very hard to see your enemy, you know, unless you actually are directly across from them. So the terrain, like I said, it makes sense this would be a difficult place to fight over. There's just so much cover here. It's incredible. Come on, boys. I need you to fire at that thing. Yeah, the order not executed. They're under serious fire. They probably don't want to keep fighting. So again, I might do that ceasefire or that retreat. Simply because I think it's the best thing to do in this particular area. Without losing more men. Ooh, wow. Oh, look at this, guys. We've got enemy fire from, oh my goodness, guys, a helicopter. You guys have not gotten to see this before. This is new. Amazing. A helicopter. So the helicopter is actually attacking a Soviet helicopter there. Doing a pretty good job, too. Hitting our position. Man. And they're going to try to push up without a doubt. This guy's watching us, so if any of our guys move out of the trench, he's going to open up on us immediately. But that's really cool, man. Really neat addition to the game. The addition of the helicopter. I love it. I just love it. He's going to be coming back for more. Okay, we got some guys very close. I just want one of those APCs. As the Chinese, we also greatly lack fighting vehicles, tanks, etc. You know, it's really just not something that we have as much as the Soviets. We're definitely not doing as well of them as they are economically. So we have to really hope that our guys can defeat the enemy here just with force of arms, just with infantry alone, and that's a lot to ask. But we've done pretty well so far. I'm trying to vie for a ceasefire is what I'm trying to do. All right, here comes the chopper. Chopper's coming back. Oh, nice, nice. So our guys are trying to fire at it. I like that. Love to see the chopper go down. Is he coming back for a second run? I think he is. Yeah, he's turning around. Here we go. Here we go. Nope, nope, nope. Please tell me he's leaving. He's definitely coming back for a second run, guys. Getting some coordinates from his buddies. And the Soviets, just because, primarily, not even because of the helicopter, but primarily because of those APCs or IFVs, whatever you want to call them, that's the reason we're losing right here. Come on, get some shots, boys. Get some shots. Not all of our guys are capable of firing at that thing. There we go. Our machine gun unit is. I'm sure that's just scared the living hell out of them. There we go. A few more hits. Keep it up, boys. All right, so yeah, they're going for another attack there on that position. And despite being in an entrenched position, the helicopter did an amazing job there at killing them. Really amazing. So yeah, I think the best thing to do here is to pull back. No doubt about it. We withdraw. We live to fight another day. We don't lose as many infantry. And I just don't see anything changing. They're refusing to attack us with their APCs. Otherwise, we could potentially wait in ambush. They're just waiting for us to make a mistake. So I think the best thing to do here is get the hell out. We've done what we can, and I can't wait to see the casualties. But yeah, guys, this is the DLC. I really enjoy it. There's 3 different perspectives. There's 2 Chinese perspectives, 1 Russian perspective. And this was my first battle that I ever played in this DLC, and I really enjoyed it. Again, a shorter battle than usual, a smaller battle than usual, but definitely modern warfare here. And of course, it was a defeat. It looks like we only had 1 killed on our side, though, which is hilarious, and they only had 1 killed on their side. We did have a lot of heavily wounded. Remember, this is 1969, or I believe it's 1966, actually. Medical care is a little better, so it seems that most of our men survived this. They've got bullet wounds, but they lived. It's really fascinating, and I think it's kind of exactly what would happen in this area. Of course, if we go into here, you guys can see the actual map, and we don't have much left. I'm hoping we get something next turn, maybe some sort of reinforcements. But in this particular situation, we really do need to hold out against very difficult odds. So as you can see here, we're being attacked. And with these kind of campaigns, or these DLC, it could take a little while to get good at them to the point where you can actually keep on bringing units. But I'm hoping we can hold out. If you guys enjoyed this particular DLC, make sure to let me know down below that you want to see it again, and maybe we'll do it from the Soviet perspective next time, or maybe we'll even go ahead and do a campaign, since this is a pretty short one. Thanks, guys. Take care. I'll see you on the next one.